Hey guys, Brian Sullivan, founder of Precise Selling, this week from lovely Orlando, Florida. All right, question for you. Have you ever delivered a great sales presentation? And man, you think you've got this decision maker on the hook, man. Things are great. And you go for your patented closing technique and they look at you and they say, whoa. Oh, you thought I made all the decisions? I don't make all the decisions. I'm merely one cog in this wheel. And when you say, well, who makes all the decisions? And they say, well, I'll tell you what, I've got a meeting on Monday with the real team, right? The higher ups. And why don't I kind of soften things up a little bit? Maybe bring some brochures in on your behalf. And do me a favor, I want you to follow up on Thursday. Now, think of what the average sales rep says at this point. They say, okay, what time on Thursday should I follow up? And the guy or gal says, well, call me at noon. And then, of course, they go into that meeting room on Monday and you say a little prayer hoping they will fully represent you and be just as good as you would have been in that presentation. But you know they're not going to be as good as you. Wouldn't you rather be in that meeting? And the answer is yes. But the question is, what percentage of the time will you get into that meeting where they're talking about your product if you don't ask to be in the meeting on Monday? So the habit is anytime someone says, hey, Brian, thanks for the information, without the Brian part, I'm going to talk to the other folks, and then you follow up, I'll let you know how it goes. The habit I want you to do is use these words. So, Sue, would it be helpful for me to make myself available for that meeting should any questions come up as you're discussing our solution? So notice the words there. Would it be helpful for you? It's very low profile. It's not pushy. I would steal those words, practice, drill, and rehearse them, and use them just like that. Now, I don't know what percentage of the time you're going to get in the meeting, but I know what percentage of the time you won't get the meeting if you don't ask, and I know you want to be in that meeting. Now, listen, let's be honest. Often they're going to say, let me just kind of warm it up. There's an incumbent in there, and let me present it first. They're going to say that to you. Again, I don't know what percentage of the time. But what you need to do beyond this is you need to get confirmation from that person in front of you that they liked what you said. So go with something as this. So, Sue, I know we talked about a lot. Based on what we talked about in the presentation, do you think it makes sense to at least do a further evaluation on our solution? And you want to do this because you got to get some acknowledgement on whether or not that person actually liked what you said. Because if they come back with some apathetic answer like, no, I think it was okay, does Monday even matter? No, it doesn't. So this week's tip, ask to be in the meeting anytime your product or solution is going to be talked about. Number 2, make sure you get confirmation that that person who you presented to really likes what you're going to say, because that way they'll best represent you on that Monday meeting. And lastly, please don't forget to find out who are those decision makers in that meeting. Get their names. We've all lost deals because there was some random dude in some back room who butchered the entire opportunity, and we never knew they existed. So this is worth thousands of dollars to you. It will lead to more meetings, a fuller funnel, and a great 2024. All right, see you next time for your next tip.